Good job. Let's move on to the next drill.
Fuck out of here, cat.
Hey, who got ball? Who got ball?
Oh, that's supposed to be in. Come on, Shamrock. Can't be missing those. Good shit. Right off. Nah, dog, I play D. Yeah, this shit down zoo. Lonzo always cutting some fucking place he ain't supposed to be cutting, or standing some spot he ain't supposed to be standing at. The dumbest, smartest point guard I've ever played with. Fucking banged on. Jeez, fuck up. Just in case you thought that this might be your team, nigga. Nah, it's still mine. It's still my team.
Great practice today. Get out there and put up some more stops.
All right, DJ, let's get some shots up. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Get there. Get there. Let's do it. Keep it going.
Alright, DJ, let's get everyone over here and let's get started.
Let's get started, man. Let's get started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Hey, 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 hey.
That's one way to do it. But the best way is the hard way.
Shit was wet.
Alright, DJ, let's get everyone over here and let's get started. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Playing like you got something to prove. I like it.
See you later.
The game has definitely evolved a bit. The style is a little different.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And looking at Los Angeles, they've definitely been generating momentum. It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights, as a win here gives them the best record in the league. Tonight, two teams that have had great success, the kind of battle that could have future ramifications. Kenny, these teams may have to play each other again down the road in the playoffs. How can they set the tone here?
Oh, send a message. Even if you got to write it and give it to the ball boy to take down to the other bench, you send that message that we're here to play, and this is how it's going to be today, tomorrow, and in the future.
And as a player, you look forward to these matchups, Ernie, because as a team, you learn where you guys stand against the best.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And joining us in the booth for tonight's game, the incredibly talented Kobe Bryant. Kobe, thanks for once again joining us.
No, thank you, man. Thank you for letting me be a part of the team.
Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a win against the Warriors in Oakland.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, most of the time, guys come off the bench and just try to stabilize. Tonight, they got some serious points, and when you're on the road, it gives you unanticipated advantages.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Guys, he told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing with a very sophisticated offense, and it's going to require an outstanding effort from his players at the defensive end to come out on top. Let's see if that's the effort they get. Guys?
Thank you, David. Well, Kobe, something that's such a huge tool in the NBA and the team's offense is the pick and roll, the screen roll game. You've done it as well as anybody. Just how are the nuances and the attention to detail important to make that play work?
Well, it's really important, but the screen roll today is run differently than it was, say, when Utah was running it with Stockton and Malone. What you're seeing now is more of a spread floor screen roll action where it makes rotations very difficult because you have to rotate off of shooters at a distance.
Right.
So now what you tend to see more teams try to down pick and roll coverages and sending guys to one side of the floor and try to play the screen roll coverage with 2 men and try to not have 3 guys in the action. You have to rotate and now push your team behind, right? And that it's a dance of, can you play the screen roll with just 2 guys? And on offense, can I force you to have a 3rd guy come in and rotate? If I can do that offensively, then you're behind.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They got Porzingis. He's out there with Nerlens Noel, and it's Terrell in at the 2. New York on D. This time they met in New York.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these 2 teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Here's Ntilikina.
Some of those steals, man, I be wondering how the fuck they even be getting them. Yeah, that's my man right there. Honey about to dunk on you, Porzingis.
Drops in the breakaway layup. Wells has got the first points on the scoreboard for Los Angeles.
And Wells covers a lot of ground quickly. Phenomenal at running in transition and then capitalizing with ease.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. That was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. And so here is New York. Here's Terrell. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the wind.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters. Well, some smarts there on that play, changing his shot in the air so he could avoid the defense. Can't fault him for the creativity.
Here's Ntilikina. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. 6 to shoot. Rebound the Lakers. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
And a very good all-around effort here, and that's what you need to win on the road.
You know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Lakers shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. Two shots.
That free throw good from Randall. And after 20 years in the NBA, Kobe, you were able to play with so many teammates. Can you make a short list of some of your favorites over the years?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Pau Gasol for me. Derek Fisher.
And a quality person, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah, right.
You know? And Derek Fisher, Ronnie Turiaf, who's one of my all-time favorites. Lamar Odom, Shaq, obviously, Robert Horry, Rick Fox. I mean, I've been very fortunate to play with some great teams. Horace Grant, AC Green. I mean, the list goes. Ron Harper. I mean, I can go on and on all day long. Brian Shaw. I mean, I was very fortunate to have some really good teammates.
Kobe, you're a father. You've enjoyed that process, but basketball got in the way a lot of it. How do you balance fatherhood and playing at the level you played at?
Yeah, when I was winning championships there, our kids were still relatively young, or I should say babies. In my last few years, they were older and knew they could really feel my absence. And so what I try to do is try to bring them along for the process. So there were mornings I would wake them up and say, let's go. I said, we're going. Well, Daddy's going to go train, so let's go.
No kidding.
And I bring them with me. And they'd be in the gym shooting around or kicking a soccer ball around or hitting the volleyball around. But I felt like it was important as a father to not just tell them about hard work, but they need to see what I'm doing. When you're sleeping, this is what I'm doing here for 3 hours. And so they're a part of the process and feel connected to the process. But traveling and things of that nature is very, very hard because there's been plenty of birthdays that I've missed and school plays that I've missed.
Kina against the bucket. Kobe, you've made no bones about patterning your game after Michael Jordan. You watched him while growing up. Can you give us a little insight into the impacts of what he meant to you and how he formed you in some ways?
Sure. Well, I think most players growing up, at least my generation, probably watched them play and saw all of the fancy plays, the dunks, the highlights, and things of that nature. What I focused on was how he got there. The moves, the timing, fundamentals, the spacing, the rhythm. That's what I studied meticulously. And so when I watched him play, I think I watched him play
because you're in my way.
Than others. Having not gone to college and all these other things, growing up overseas, I had to learn the fundamentals by watching and observing the greats. And it's the most minute detail.
And here are the Knicks now. After the miss from Chapman. Screened by Porzingis. Towns with the steal. Ball kicks to Towns. And that one, good.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the ball and will shoot two. That one is on top. Kobe, the league seems to be moving away from isolation basketball, sometimes called hero ball, in favor of more ball movement, more of a fluid offense. What do you make of that trend?
Well, I think it's the right thing. I mean, if you look at the way the Knicks played, for example, when they had Bradley, Busher, Phil was coming off the bench.
Well, you are a historian. You love the history of the game, don't you?
Oh, my God.
I mean, you're still working with you.
Yeah. Holtzman was coaching. Frazier out there. They moved the ball. I mean, everything was predicated on ball movement, as was the Celtics spread out. And then in the 80s, things changed a little bit. You start going to more isolation ball, where guys would post deep and force the double coverage to come all the way down to him, and then you start moving the ball around. Now you start seeing a spread offense, where the ball's moving again like it was when the Knicks were playing, the Celtics were playing. And so, I think it just depends on the style of defense that you're seeing and the personnel that you have. I think that determines your style of play.
And with all the different technological advances in the league, you see a lot of player and coaches now reviewing clips and tablets and a lot of film sessions. I know you used to study a lot of the league's videotapes. How much easier is film study now, say, from the time in the late 90s when you got in the NBA?
It's so much easier.
Really?
Oh, my God. When I used to get in the hotel room, you used to have to call the front desk. They used to roll up the TV on the wheels.
With the VCR machine.
With the VCR connected to it, right? And I have to have all of these tapes. And you got to put the tape in and you got to rewind it. And you got to fast forward it, rewind it. Now it's just everything's right there in front of you, right? And it's very easy to skip and go to the next game and then jump back to the game before or fast forward to the fourth quarter. I mean, it's so easy now.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Some say, Kobe, that the shooting guard crop in the NBA right now, a little light in terms of depth, not quite as many top two guards as we used to see play the game. Who do you like among some of the two guards you see now in the NBA?
Well, it depends who we're considering the two guard.
Right, because they just blend, don't they?
Threes, they all just blend.
Combo guards, you're playing some forward, because it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah. So, shooting guards to me are guards that have to do everything. You have to be able to play the post. You have to be able to play the perimeter. You have to be able to play the point. You have to do everything. So I'll put Russell Westbrook in that category. I'll put James Harden in that category. I'll put Kawhi Leonard in that category. There's a lot of players I'm forgetting. Even Giannis, I would say, is a true guard because of what he does.
Yes.
So there's a lot of talented guards out there.
Did you like the ball in your hand, bringing it up, or would you have rather someone else bring it up, then get it to you in the half court, and then do what you did?
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm jealous about Michael. Because Michael didn't have to do that.
Right. Yes,
so,
right. Who always brought it up.
Yeah,
yes,
so he could focus on coming off the screens and catching and shooting. He didn't have to think about facilitating first. He could think about scoring and then passing out of double teams.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Following the basket by Lonzo Ball.
Right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
To the left wing. There's a screen. Lopez outside. 5 on the clock. Lopez a screen. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Kobe, you talked about coming off screen. Some guys come off a screen and kind of just lollygag. You came off and you pass the ball and then get back at it again. Yeah.
Efficient.
Explode off those
angles, right?
Yes.
You gotta be able to read those things, and when you're catching, you're in attack mode all the time. But then it's demoralizing to the defense.
I'm sure it is.
You're always on.
Yeah.
You're always looking. You're always checking. You're always in fear that he's going to attack. So yeah, we always try to keep our foot in the gas.
Always.
Our foot in the throat.
Yeah. First one calls for. Kobe, there are a lot of great guards and wings in the league right now. When you look around, are there any that remind you of the way you played, or maybe are approaching, going down that road and say, I want to be like Kobe Bryant. I watch a lot of his tapes, much like you did when you were growing up.
Yeah, well, Isaiah has a hunger and a thirst for the game, and he's not going to stop. He's constantly curious. He's constantly
His
working.
size makes him a different kind of guy, though.
Isn't that unbelievable, though?
It is shocking.
That's unbelievable. But he can finish at the rim. He can shoot the long ball. He can pull up left and right. He has great physicality and a great body about him where he can punish bigs at the rim. And the other is Kawhi. I mean, when I watch Kawhi play, I'm just looking in the mirror. The moves, the positions on the floor.
So glad you said that. I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And it's a great feeling because, I'm sure Michael felt the same way. Right? When he retired and you watch me play, you're seeing the same spots. You're seeing the person who studied, the person that came before. And there's no need to reinvent the wheel when the wheel's already been created. You just put it on a different car.
Well, he has been guided by his coaching staff to watch you and Michael Jordan tape. I think that's kind of what he's done.
Yeah, well, we've connected. We've talked about this stuff before in the past. And, again, he's a curious kid.
And all business.
Yeah, curious. He steps out on the floor, he's all business. There's nothing funny, there's nothing silly going on. He's here to do his job, and he's here to help San Antonio win the game.
Kobe, that fadeaway jump shot of yours is such a foundational part of your game. What's the key to that particular shot? And who's carrying the torch for that shot now?
Well, yeah, the fadeaway is there's different ways to shoot the fadeaway. There's a Kim Olajuwon way of shooting the fadeaway. There's a Michael way of shooting the fadeaway.
Oscar used to do it. I know you went.
Oscar used to do it quite a bit. So I try to use bits and pieces from each, depending on the defender that I'm facing. But yeah, there's certain players that are carrying that shot now. LeBron shoots the fadeaway quite often, as does KD. He shoots it a lot. Clay will shoot it. Kawhi will shoot it quite a bit off of pull-up jumpers and things of that sort. So there are a lot of players doing it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Really, for a guy like yourself who made an incredible amount of three-point shots during your career, what is it like watching Steph Curry? Just how much has he changed the league? It was always watching the dunks of Jordan. Now we got kids that want to shoot the ball from distance.
Yeah, shooting the ball from distance now has kind of become like the home run in baseball, right? Where it's exciting to watch the ball in flight. I think it's great because it just adds more love to the game, more things that players can do or kids can do that can't dunk. Right? It's like dunking was the thing, right? But now, for kids that can't dunk, there's something else that's fun. Something else that's entertaining, like shooting threes.
So boy, that takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it sure does. I mean, it's a lot of
hundreds of shots daily.
Yeah, and it's a lot of repetition. I mean, Steph, you watch him out there playing and making all these shots. He's put in hours and hours and hours of hard work to continue to do so.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Kobe, you were a player who lived in the gym. What motivated you as you go back and look at all those hours you spent in the gym to do that, to follow that path?
I loved it. I loved the game. It wasn't a matter of working hard. I didn't realize I was working hard until like my second or third year in the league. When I realized here in the NBA, a lot of players don't do that.
Right.
It was kind of a big shock to me. Like I assumed everybody in the NBA
just worked hard.
Yeah, but to me it wasn't hard work. It was like, I love doing this. Like there's no place on earth I'd rather be than be here in this gym with a basketball in the hoop.
But the greats are always the hardest workers, aren't they? I mean, right, have you ever seen a great player who is not the hardest worker on their team?
No, I've seen players have great seasons, and, you know, and then the next season, it's not so much,
right.
And then they have another great one, and the consistency isn't there. The truly great players love what they do, and that looks like hard work to the outside world.
Did you enjoy playing the game? There was so much you put into the game, but did you enjoy the game?
I did. I enjoyed the game. I loved playing, you know, the competition and all that, the getting ready and all that. But I enjoyed practice more.
Did you?
I did. I enjoyed training and practice more than I did the game.
And Kobe, how did you learn to watch tape? Because there are guys now watching tape and they'll just go, and you wonder if it's really even sinking in.
Trial and error.
Yeah, right. Really? That was it?
Trial and error. You know, you start looking at things, you start saying, man, like if I'm watching an edit on a play, and I watch one particular game, and I look at the next game, he's doing the same thing. And the next night, he's doing the same thing. Hold on, let me go back and watch. And then you start looking for consistent behaviors or patterns in their behavior. And then you think, okay, maybe that's something that's a tendency for him. Let me go back and check. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles, turn. 2 dribbles. Oh my God, yeah,
there it is. There's the pattern.
All right, so what if I interrupt him between his first and second dribble and throw him off a rhythm? What'll happen then? Right? What if I know he's gonna go 1-2, turn right shoulder? I let him go 1-2. Now I jump to his right shoulder. Now you can't turn there. What happens then? Right? You throw him off of their patterns.
On defense, New York. After the three-pointer from Shammy Wells, Chapman got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Outside Hardaway. At the top of the key, Hernan Gomez. Pass to Ntilikina. The feet of Vonleh. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
A much improved free throw shooter from when he first came into the league. Vonleh is that big you'd prefer not to send to the line.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good, and Los Angeles with some changes. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Lopez, and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist subbed in for Wells. And both free throws good for Vonleh. There's 37 seconds left in the first. Jackson kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. Nance a screen. Here's Chapman. He's covered by Grant. And the officials call a traveling violation. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Jackson. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ntilikina. 7 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. And so it's Shammy Wells making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
You just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of one? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
Ingram and Nance are your small and power forwards. Jackson is out. Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Lopez, he's checked in for Nance. The captain comes in for Brandon Ingram. Wells, he's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Ball subbed in for Jackson. You look back to the final game as a player, Kobe, all the emotion that was building up for that moment. Then you go out and score 60 points. Surreal moment. Did you ever think for any moment that maybe I've got 1 year left in the tank after that 60-point performance?
You know what? It wasn't a matter if I had another year in the tank. It was just, I just don't want to do this anymore. You know, I wake up in the morning, my body's sore. You know, that 60-point game was everything I had left for that year. And to be able to have to, like, reboot that and reset the system all over again, no thank you.
People don't see that side of it, do they?
No, they don't. But you know, it's just, nor do we want them to, right? We want them to appreciate being entertained and coming to a game and taking their mind off of whatever it is they want to take their mind off of. It's an opportunity for them to escape. And that's what we provide. So that's completely fine.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the captain in the last game against the Wizards was terrific. He ended with 28 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
And Kobe, you played for a handful of coaches during your career. When you look back on it, was there one coach you wished you could have played for but didn't have maybe a chance to play for?
Greg Popovich. That's an easy one for me. Although I did play for him in several All-Star games.
Yes, you did.
And one particular All-Star game in practice, he came up to me and said, okay, do you want me to just kind of go through like a whatever practice, or do you want me to do the real thing? I said, Pop, you got to do the real thing, because I've been dying to see what really goes on inside these Spurs practices.
Oh, my gosh,
you got to give us a real practice, man. Yeah. And he did. And Tim just kind of looked at me and was like, dude, seriously?
What are you doing?
Come on, you're killing me.
So what was a Popovich practice like for you, and how did you try to set the tone?
It was high energy, and we moved from drill to drill. And it involved a lot of passing and moving and spacing. And so all of the shooting, it wasn't any individual shooting. You know, all the individual shooting took place within a five-man offensive structure, of ball movement, of passing and cutting, and all of a sudden your shot comes here in the corner, and then you slide up to the next line, and you know, you dribble, penetrate, and kick it, and then you slide to the next line, dribble, penetrate, kick. Right, so it involves constant movement where you're constantly training and conditioning the body, that you're not just going to pass and stand and be a participant, right? You're going to be involved into that in the action, not going to be a passive participant.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Ntilikina. 7 points in the game. And over the course of your career, Kobe, 5 NBA championships. Are there any of those that really stand out among the 5 that you accumulated?
The last one, beating the Celtics. That was the hardest one by far to get.
Why so?
Well, you know, we're going into Boston now with the series tied 1-1. And Boston is absolutely excited about having this split and going home now and having 3 games at home, thinking that the series was not going to come back to LA. And so that was an interesting playing flight for us, and then to go out and get the very next game, just to go down 3-2, coming back to LA, and then to finally pull out that series after being down 15 in the fourth quarter against the Celtics.
Talk, Kobe, about some of the great one-on-one scorers. You might be the best ever, actually. But when you take a look at the crop now, who are some good guys in that one-on-one category that you like?
Kyrie's sensational. Yeah,
great handle. How about his handle? Like one of the best ever.
Yeah, but he can post too, though. I mean, that's the thing, is he can post up. He can turn left shoulder. He can turn right shoulder. He can shoot a left-hand jump hook coming across the middle. He can pull up going left. He can pull up going right. He can attack off the handle. He can attack off a triple threat. You know, he's built the game without any weaknesses. I think most players, should be thankful that he's not 6'6".
You're right. So he'd be Kobe Bryant then, right? Maybe Kobe Bryant. But I always thought that, you know, when his dad played, played big-time college basketball, played in Australia. Your dad played. I mean, there is something inherent, regardless of how much, that comes from the son of a pro player.
Growing up overseas as well.
Well, exactly, in Australia.
Growing up overseas as well. And you look at his game being so fundamentally sound and having basic structure. There's a lot to be said for that.
Absolutely.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Towns. Pass to Chapman. Back to Towns. Pocket 4.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
The Lakers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Towns. And Towns drops them both. Knicks trail by 16. Lets a floater go. Lopez with the block. That one goes. Count it. He's got 6. There's 1:54 left in the first half. Ball dishes to Lopez. Towns the screen. Pass to Chapman. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
There's a screen by Noel. Here's the screen. Beyond the arc. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Well, Kobe, I know you've got to go, but it's been a real treat for you to join us tonight. I know our fans have all enjoyed the broadcast. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me, man. Looking forward to doing this again.
A great Kobe Bryant. And Brent, you know firsthand the level of basketball IQ Kobe had when he played. Always interesting to hear what he has to say about the game.
Well, absolutely, Kevin. Kobe's one of the ultimate competitors and understands every nuance of the game. So nice to have some Mamba moments here for us.
Lopez passes the ball. Lots of room. And another basket for the Lakers.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Dishes to Noel. There's the pick. Down low. And slam dunk by Noel.
I tell you, Ntilikina has his head on a swivel, always looking to find the open teammate.
And here is Wells. He had 31 points in the win against Washington. Lopez a screen. Wells kicks the ball. No good on the 3.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Couldn't complete the play.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
We got to protect the paint. They get way too many easy baskets. That's less communication on front of the post and, just communicating a lot more.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Brent, coming down the stretch of a tie game, some coaches like to substitute for offense and defense. Others don't. What would be your preference if you were coaching?
I think the idea has to totally do with matchups, Kevin. You're looking out on the floor. If all of a sudden the guy you want with the ball has a mismatch or an advantage, I'm going to stay away from any sort of timeout to give a coach 60 seconds to talk about something that he could probably shut down. I might not be able to be as creative as what's just happened in the flow of the game, and I'll trust my player to make the right play for me at that time.
And New York, looking at who they've got Nerlens Noel, Ntilikina out there with Porzingis, and it's Norris in at the 3 slot. Lakers leading by 15. Here's Chapman. Ball dishes to Towns, and again it's the Lakers.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think, has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
And so here is New York. Some solid defense from Chapman. And the Lakers have possession. 17-point lead, their biggest. Kicks it the ball. He feeds it to Randall. Towns the screen. Mark down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. The Lakers, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Noel against Towns. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Nerlens Noel out of Kentucky, slender and mobile and long. And Craig, he can cover ground in a hurry.
Boy, and you can see it in his rate of steals to go along with the blocks. That quickness is a huge asset in today's game. It's all about versatility, both offensively and defensively. And Wells knows how to drop it in from deep. Whenever he has a clean look from downtown, he's going to get it up immediately.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. The pass to Norris. Some nice passing by New York here. Over Wells. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Lakers leading by 18. Here's Chapman. He's got 16. He kicks it to Towns. Now, here's Ball. Pass to Chapman. Just 5 on the clock. That one's not going to go. So New York will take it the other way.
That's because I fucked that up, man.
All sorts of time. And again, it's New York.
This guy is looking for some life preservers. He needs more help. He's playing well, but his teammates have to pick up the slack here.
To the middle. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between three-pointers and other shots have been for the Knicks.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Chance to check out the numbers for Lonzo Ball. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. Averaging 9 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And I like it when stars do exactly that. It's not just about scoring 50 or 40 or 30. It's about making plays consistently.
Here's Wells. after New York gets the 3. He dishes it to Ball. There's the 3. Chapman the pass to Towns. And he gets it to go from the corner. Towns has got 12.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
New York calls timeout. You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block, drew a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they, Brett?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
Gomez is checked in for New York.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Karl Anthony Towns. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. First in three-point field goal percentage, 9th in free throw percentage, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And not only is he hitting from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters. There's a good screen. Here's Terrell, connects on the foul line jumper. He's got 13.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Wells in the corner. Passes it to Chapman, out left to the wing. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Feeds it to Wells. Now, here's Ball. Defense right on him. Launches a 3, and there's Wells. That's good on the assist by Ball. Ball's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And when Wells gets hot, it's just fun to watch. A skilled offensive player who can flat out light it up.
And so here is New York. They trail by 16. Norris, guarded by Chapman. Norris. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Towns has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Wells kicks to Towns. Here's Chapman. 16 points for him. And he banks in the layup. Chapman's got 18 points.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Now here's Porzingis, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. It's rebounded by Towns. Lakers leading by 18. Here's Randall. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Terrell. Gomez passes to Terrell. Here's Ntilikina. Porzingis with a screen on Towns. Outside, Porzingis. And the 3-ball is good. Porzingis has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Now, Ball. He has 7. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And some changes here for the Lakers. Ingram comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Jackson in for Ball. Knicks trail by 15. Here's Ntilikina. He has 7. Hardaway kicks to Gomez. And the pass to Norris. Outside Hardaway. Rebounded by the Lakers. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Ingram. Good, and the assist goes to Town. And the Lakers lead by 17.
Look how assured Ingram looks pulling up from there. I mean, he either torches you with his speed to the rim or his jumper if you give him space. Take your pick.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And the Lakers making a change here. Nance is checked in. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the Knicks. Here's Ntilikina. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Hernan Gomez passes to Grant. Hits it from three-point range. Grant's got 7 points.
No doubt that Jeremy Grant wants to become a better shooter, showing signs of progress in his catch-and-shoot game.
Wells kicks to Ingram. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Nance a screen with the fadeaway. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Wells has got 20. Knicks trail by 16. Grant outside. The dish to Vonleh. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Grant. Puts up a three. And again, New York with the triple.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And Jeremy Grant, a member of the great Grant family line that has had so many NBA players.
Well, I played with his uncle Horace in Seattle, and the thing that I like about Grant is there's just nothing in terms of nonsense when he has the ball. It's straight line drive, right to the rim, and he's coming down hard around the rim. This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Vonleh kicks to Grant. Outside Hardaway. They set the pick. Pass to Ntilikina. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
A second-round pick who relies on instincts and a little bit of size. Hernan Gomez.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. All out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Towns. And it's Chapman in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Laker 5. Now, here's ball. Guarded by Hardaway. Off the screen. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And there's the feed to Noel. Grant kicks to Porzingis. On the mark with the 15-footer.
Well, Porzingis can be dangerous from the mid-range, especially with the feet set. That's an efficient shot.
Pass to Chapman. Launches it. And again, the Lakers no good. Knicks trail by 15. Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. That's 12 points for Porzingis.
Well, that's a patented move, I think, for Porzingis. Excellent with the catch and shoot.
Towns the screen. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, the good news, though, is they've already got the win wrapped up. He might as well sit back and enjoy this one. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Ntilikina, he's checked in for New York. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Yeah, this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
Ball with it. Nance a screen. Shoots off the screen. That's his 7th miss in 12 shot attempts. Knicks trail by 13. Norris. He's guarded by Chapman. Porzingis. New York, no good that time either.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. They need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
Here's Chapman. Shot to end this full run, and he dunks it down.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. For New York, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Right side, Porzingis. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Porzingis has got 12 points here in the second half. Now, here's Ball. Not a lot of room. Here's Chapman. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too.
When a guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
And one issue that has come up for the Knicks in their quest for success, Brent, is their lack of continuity.
Maybe one problem, Kevin, is that the New York Knicks organization feels just a bit too cliquey between ownership and then management, the coaching staff, and that there just hasn't been the kind of connectivity that you need in order to make things grow organically. It's been very forced in New York City, and until they find that right combination, the struggles can continue.
That's good from Chapman. Here's Ntilikina. Screen by Porzingis. Shoots over Ball. Porzingis again.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Ball dishes to Wells. Here's Chapman. He feeds it to Ball. Passes it to Chapman. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Dishes it to Noel. They set the pick, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
And here is Ball. Here's Chapman. Unloads from 13. Ntilikina with the rebound.
You're trying to disrespect my pull-up, man.
Kicks it to Hardaway. There's a screen by Noel. Some nice passing by New York here. The shot's good from Ntilikina.
Ntilikina continues to impress from deep. Definitely showing he's comfortable shooting it from beyond.
Ball, the pass to Nance. Nance, a screen. Here's Wells. Great D that time from Hardaway.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Here's Chapman. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the captain. And that'll be his third foul so far. NBA official, NBA referee, Brent Ashley, one of the toughest jobs in the world. There's been a lot of talk about adding an official to the court. Would that make a difference?
You know, I'm thinking, Kevin, that's like asking 4 of my buddies to add a 5th guy to go out and they're all single. That means there's another guy I got to compete with. So maybe we don't have another set of eyes on the NBA game. Lots of physicality, lots of pushing and shoving. You may see more foul calling, which will slow down the tempo and the rhythm of the game. I'm not sure that's the best idea for the league.
So then adding the Secaucus and the extra eyes in New York to look at calls, I think that might take the place of adding the officials.
I think the league has done a great job, Kevin, having Secaucus now have the ability to make some of those calls to help speed up what we do with regards to the replay.
Left side, Porzingis. From 11 feet away, Nance gets the rebound. Lakers leading by 10. Feeds it the ball. Nance a screen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on Nerlens-Noel.
Yeah, and ball jumps all over the defense, especially when they give him a lane to the basket. Outstanding at forcing the issue.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Lakers. Good on both. Knicks trail by 12. Here's Ntilikina. Screen by Porzingis. Wells with the steal. From past the arc. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 11 points in the quarter.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
New York calls timeout.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, the captain.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the New York head coach talking to his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. We'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Knicks trail by 15. Norris, the pass to Porzingis. Can't hit from in close.
Credit the defense wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
The pass to Wells. High post Lopez. Here's Chapman. He's covered by Noel. Shot clock at 5. Here's Chapman, and he lays it straight in. Chapman's got 13 points in the second half.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness.
Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over ball. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 20 points for Porzingis.
Defender's probably shrugging to himself, saying, I'm in good position. Well, the problem is, it's Porzingis.
And the Lakers call time here. They're up by 15. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Wells kicks the ball. Pass to Chapman. Lopez a screen. Inside. Wells in the corner. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And you have to love the effort this team plays with night in and night out. That just beautiful.
And you just got to love wealth. I mean, when he has a chance to show off his sick dunks, this guy wants to put on a show.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Noel against Lopez. Passes it to Norris. Second chance shot, and there's another one for the Knicks.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Ball, the pass to Chapman. At the top of the key, Wells. He kicks to Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. The Knicks pull it in. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now the pass to Terrell. Here's Ntilikina. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Beyond the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
10,000 hours of practice at work here, blocking out all distractions and just shooting your shot.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Another double-double for you this year, points and rebounds. Now, is that something you're looking to do when you go out there?
Well, I try and come out and help the team get a win whenever I can. I know we're at our best when I'm cleaning up missed shots and, finishing plays. And it's all about getting wins. And if a double-double is what it takes, then, that's what I'll give to the team.
Well, it's what it took tonight. Congrats on the win. Guys?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Better.
Yeah.
The Popeyes in the city.
Yeah.
Corn on the cob.
Nah, that's it. That's recycling. That's recycling. Yeah, that one's recycling. Bro. Oh.